Leos. My name is Marietta. I have shuffled the cards, used the Celtic Cross with Anson Roberts deck. I've smudged the space, and I drew also a card of the messages from your angels for you for the month of September 2025. If you want to look at my info, read my newsletters on my website for specials, and you can reach me on mariettatiernissen.com. With less further ado, I want to start off with saying it shows me in your deck as a general guidance that you need to use your intuition. In other words, we need to have more silence and go into our intuition. And how we can do that is that we actually write down our dreams, or we come to pause. We breathe, because when we breathe, we can't think. We breathe out, and we learn to look at signals from the outside, at messages that come through that are clear, cognizant. In other words, that's an inner knowing. And at the moment, my inner knowing says to me that you need to practice being by yourself, searching at the beginning of this month, which is today, for instance, from the 4th of September till about the 5th, 6th, 7th, till Sunday, where we have a lunar eclipse, which won't affect you so much, but it's nevertheless a very emotional time, and it can be for you a very intuitive time, because during any moon phase, we are more intuitive, more receptive, more into the allowing of emotions and guidance to come through when we allow ourselves to be either closer to water, take a long warm bath, to be more creative in the shower, because then we get these great ideas, or being somebody who's learning to be intuitive or making more sense of intuition by practicing any kind of card laying or dream interpretation or meditation or pendulum work or numerology, etc. Where at the end of August, I can see that you really came into recovery time. There was definitely suddenly a stepping up of you to have full knowledge and the feeling of judgment is done. You're at a new phase of your life, but at the moment, it's very much time that you light up your path going forward with your own search into your spiritual self, into prayer or with prayer, that you find the answers, what is necessary for you, and to have the patience before you really start off burning the candles on both sides and starting off with something new. So September is definitely not there for you to just rush into something and then you haven't looked at all the conditions and you might make a misstep. What is covering you is the Three of Swords. So it could either be that you really had a loss in your life, or some emotional truth coming to the surface which hurts you. Or for me, it feels more like a lot of healing needs to be done, which is at the moment in the way for you to just have a new beginning and to suppress your emotions and to run into the next thing. Underlying, you want to run and just get things going intellectually, but it's not the right time. In the middle of the month, you will actually have completion to an old cycle, which also makes sense because those people whose birthdays are at the end of July, from about the 22nd of August, they, of course, also go through this major transformation of a death and a rebirth in their personality. And for me, in the near future, you're either really going to travel into the world, or you will have completion completely to an old cycle going into a new cycle, or this might mean also that you're moving into a new place, or you make decisions about moving and bringing closure to a situation, either business-wise or home-wise, where in the here and now, you're also very creative, you're very abundant at the moment, things are really well protected, you're doing things with hope and new vision for the future, and you know that there will be success if you really listen to your intuition. But at the moment is not the right time in this month to really go forward and push forward, because it will drain you no end. So wait till the end of the month, because by the end of September, you are in a physical, emotional, and spiritual state in such strength that you can be the magician in your life, that you can bring about balance and move forward with all physical objects here, the coins for money, the cups for emotions, the sword for your intellect, and the rod, which I don't see here clearly, is for taking action. And you can see it's about passion and sunshine. And the balance card, I don't know whether you can see it, the Lemnis card, the infinity sign above his head, shows that there will be balance and that you will really need to take the action on all levels to step forward into number one, into a new beginning as the magician. So this is really a lovely deck. Just be aware of the fact that this is only at the end of the month. So don't think that you can rush into the future, because you will create unnecessary mental stress and anxieties which are not necessary. And you can meditate about it. You can go for a walk about it. You can take some time out this month, because life is all about an ebb and flow and not a rushing forward, and actually not living in the here and now. So the card that also came out in the messages from your angels was that conditions aren't favorable at the moment, and that you really have to wait till you know of all of it, and that you have also other options. So it will become clear during the month what other options you have before you move forward. And remember, just as an end advice, or knowing that your brain is like Google. You can ask it any question, and if you really listen, you will have an answer, because the brain is created like that, that it will give you an answer. So always know that the brain is like Google. You ask it a question and you will get answers. If you wait, it will not settle. Your mind will not settle till it has given you more answers. So know that. And with this, for today, all the best, close to a weekend. Until next time. And if you want a reading, go to mariettatjenison.com. With that, till next time,